Episode 130. Thank you, God, for another day, another episode. Thank you, audience. Thank you, team. Thank you, everybody. Without you guys, I don't know. You got me? I would still keep doing it. Is that messed up to say it?
Man, as long as there's people contributing, doesn't matter who, but it's people.
So, episode 130. Why loving yourself makes you magnetic to money. Welcome to episode 130 of the CMR Podcast Network. Today, we're diving into a unique but powerful topic. Why loving yourself makes you magnetic to money. When you truly love and value yourself, you project confidence, positivity, and abundance. Once again, when you truly love yourself and value yourself, you project confidence, positivity, and abundance, all of which attract opportunities, relationships, and wealth. In this episode, we'll discuss how self-love impacts your mindset, your decisions, and ultimately your financial success. Let's explore how loving yourself is the foundation for building wealth and a fulfilling life. PIV, we want to pay it forward. Impact over income, fulfillment, right? But we got to get our shit together. Self-love, self-care, happiness, inner peace, independence, time management. We reverse engineer. We start with our time management because the secret is in the calendar, right? Most people, they don't understand that if they would have basically value organizing their calendar, life by design, they'll see where all their time is going and they'll be on time, right? And they'll be able to have a balanced life because it was a life designed by them, right? So the connection between self-worth and net worth. But before I start with the episode and ask you how you're doing today, I want to play a little video. Loving yourself makes you magnetic to money. The inspiration was because of this video, but it's something I always been living by with also.
Makes you magnetic to money. The energy of money vibrates at the same frequency as self-love. When you genuinely love yourself, you become a powerful magnet for attracting wealth. Anytime you do something that stops you from receiving the universe's love, you also cut yourself off from your flow of abundance. Instead of judging yourself when you make a mistake, shower yourself with love. Use your temporary unpleasant emotions as an opportunity to see how much of the universe's unconditional love you can focus on yourself. You always get to choose where to focus the infinite love flowing from your heart. You can focus your heart's love on all your doubts and insecurities. Loving yourself makes you magnetic to money.
See, loving yourself makes you magnetic to money. So let's start with segment 1, right? First of all, how you doing, brother Jandy?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Positivo, productivo, y intencionalmente. So we're here for, to pay it forward, how you mentioned earlier. But spiritually, want to have a good connection with God and get to know yourself. That's where self-love starts. If you believe in God and you trust in him, then you won't be worried for minutiae stuff. Then mentalmente, we have to have control of our minds. That's why most people are all over the place.
Drifting.
They don't have control of their mind. And then físicamente, health is the ultimate wealth. If you feel good, you look good, you're going to produce better. But it starts with loving yourself. That's a key step, something I lived as well when I started going to the gym. Emocionalmente, estamos en crecimiento, no en sentimiento, because if you love yourself and you know your self-worth, you're not going to get depressed or nothing could break you emotionally because you have that value for yourself.
You became mentally tough.
You did that inner work. And then financieramente, que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. If you're not living a life of purpose, then it's easier for you to get degraded or obstacles to break you down. And how that video hit me deep personally because I always been hard on myself. And it's now throughout this year that I learned positive self-talk. Like instead of putting myself down, uplift myself when I make a mistake. Talk about failing forward. Got to embrace those failures and use those as lesson to grow.
Why loving yourself makes you magnetic to money. Let me ask you a question before we start with the segment. You remember when you started, right? From 1 to 10, what would you rate your self-love?
I'll say a 2.
I'll say a -2.
I respect it.
-2?
Yeah.
Straight up.
Of course, I feel like my standards definitely went up. I improved a lot. I respect it.
That's the point.
Correct.
1% better.
Of course.
You get me? Right? So the connection between self-worth and net worth, meaning believing in your value, right? How self-love helps you recognize and demand your worth. Most people, they have an issue. Since they haven't done the inner work, they know that whatever they want to have, they haven't done the stuff, and they also haven't became the person. That's where the be do have comes along, right? So when you tell a brother or sister, hey, instead of basically aiming for something, let's use a car, a luxury car, aim for an exotic. But most people, they're gonna be like, an exotic? Yo no llego ahí. I can't afford that. So all these limiting beliefs, all these negative self-talk come to their mind. But you know why is it? They don't have no love. Why? If you love yourself, you want the best for yourself. If you love yourself, you want everything the best. You don't see a price on anything because you see the value on everything. Maybe I'm wrong, but one of my secrets to my success is self-love overall. And just how I read the thing, when you truly love and value yourself, you project confidence, positivity, and abundance. If you could project confidence, positivity, and abundance, bro, just those three ingredients will literally help you attract anything you want in life. So my question to you is, how does your self-worth impact the way others value you? The old J Andy compared to the new J Andy. Because the old J Andy is an older version of yourself.
Correct.
Now the new J Andy allowed me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Gianti, and I'm not the same person I was yesterday, and every day I'm gonna keep evolving and becoming a better version of myself. That's the goal. So when it comes to self-worth, is knowing what you demand of yourselves, and how you mentioned earlier today in the gym, you gave me a scenario that you have to go to people's bus stop, also bring them to your level, because you're not gonna stay at no level just for nobody. So is either this or nothing, because you can't. I have standards. I don't have expectations. I don't expect nothing. It's either this, we're here, or we're not talking at all.
Raise your standards and the universe is going to meet you there.
Correct.
Why we should lower our standards when that's not our standards? Come to my standard. I'm not expecting anything from anybody, right? Because I already know what I want from myself. And trust me, I want the best of the best of the best. To me, give me the most expensive thing. I don't look at pricing, at anything. I don't say I can't afford it. I say, how can I afford it, right? So the connection between self-worth and net worth. When you connect your self-worth, is go hand in hand with your net worth. Most people, just the fact that they don't love themselves, when they go basically do business, they're going to treat you at that level. Think about it. Because a person that loves themselves, they project that confidence. They project like, yo, I know who am I. I worked on my character. I don't care about my reputation, right? I already know how much I might make. Don't pay me. I want equity. See, most people, just because they don't love themselves, they will never demand for equity. Think about it. Like, they'll look at it like that's a disrespect. Asking for equity. No, it's either equity or no business. Why would I basically get a paycheck or get a commission? It's either equity, I want a piece of the pie.
And that comes with having standards. Knowing what you demand.
And I'm not negotiating. Make sense or no?
Of course.
Because you already know what you could bring to the table. So confidence attracts opportunities. Confidence rooted in self-love draws better relationships and opportunities. My question to you is, why does confidence make you magnetic to wealth and opportunities?
Oof. Confidence is everything, because I feel like that's also a room for me to grow in daily and a lifetime, because I feel like there's never, believe it or not, how I see the world, obviously you say you're the most confident man alive, but I feel like me as an individual, it's still room for me to believe in myself more. I feel like that's like a room for me to grow. I know that's gonna be a breakthrough, because when you believe, I feel like there's never enough room for you to believe in yourself. Because when you don't, like, for example, let's say basketball. Like, I know I should take the shot, but when I give it up to somebody else, it's not me believe. I just feel like believing in yourself will help you grow even more. But you also have to put in the work, because that's where you believe in yourself and your capabilities. When you put in the work, you start to look through that.
I'll say always I'm one of the best. If it's in confident, I'm one of the most confident, right? Because I put in the work. No man in this world, no woman, no human could come tell me anything. I do listen. but I'm hard-headed on certain things too. You get me? Because if I know I put in more work than you and put in more work than other people, why would I basically give the ball so somebody could fumble it? Nah, I'm one of the best. I'm gonna come through. I play under pressure. Business, sports, anything under pressure. If there's no pressure, I need that pressure because I'm the pressure. I don't feel like people give me pressure. But understand that came in life, there's 4 levels of value creation. It's either you have others tell you what to do in implementation, or you go to unification and you're able to tell others what to do. Would you rather be the one telling people what to do or the one opposite?
The one telling people what to do.
That's what this organization is about. As a leader, we're here creating leaders that are supposed to be what?
Creating leaders.
Creating leaders that are supposed to be what?
Creating
leaders. We got to always remind people. This is not a come work for me. This is how can we work together? How can we uplift each other? Right? How can we uplift others? It makes sense or no?
Of course.
So everything comes with loving yourself. If I wouldn't love myself, I can't love others if I don't love me. Make sense or no?
Correct.
The way you love yourself, you set the standards. So significant others love you. So business people love you. Partnerships. You got me? Friends or just strangers.
Relationships overall.
You got me? Strangers are going to treat you how you treat yourself.
Correct.
Make sense? So what else can you tell the world why loving yourself makes you magnetic to money?
I mean, that also comes with the best investment you can make is on yourself. But now we're also...
Excellent.
I feel me, myself in a position that you said reverse engineer, because now I understand that the best investment I can make is in myself. So now preach that to others because that's something that I'm living as well. So guys should check out that episode on day.1.podcast. Now, a question to you, Carlos, because you always asking us questions. I like to ask you questions. What are 3 steps that a human could take to recognize his self-worth within themselves? Because, most people, I don't want to say people are down, but we all need light, and that's what we are. We're light where there's darkness. So from your perspective, what are 3 key things to recognizing one's self-worth?
What are 3 key things to recognize your worth?
Self-worth, correct.
Okay. 3 key steps to recognize your self-worth will be, obviously, the necessary to me will be, if a man or a woman, a human, has basically put in the work, you automatically make the decision to attract that self-worth. You got me? I don't know if that makes sense. Like, for example, if I know I did my reps every single day, I showed up consistent every single day, right? It could be in the physical pillar, right? Because loving yourself starts physically, how I see it. A man or a woman, with a gut, titties, you got me, or with the body out of shape, obese, overweight, whatever you want to call it, you're telling not just yourself, but you're telling the world how they're supposed to treat you. You got me? Because who the heck respects straight up a man with titties? Women are supposed to have titties. Maybe I'm wrong, but I value being in shape of my life. So the necessary thing to me to recognize your self-worth is obviously you knowing that you showed up consistently every single day. No days off till you accomplish your goals. And once you accomplish your goals, you're still going to keep showing up consistently because you're going to have that discipline. The second step will be, obviously, once you already put in the work, you're going to decide to be confident, because even being confident is a decision. And the third thing, straight up, to recognize your self-worth, when you nourish your mind, la mente, with the 5 pillars, that's the impossible. When you have that connection, obviously, with God, connection with yourself, when you basically design your life by design, and you have that table, and that table, each leg is those 5 pillars, that's what I feel how a human will recognize their self-worth. You got me? Without those 5 pillars, to me, straight up, you're going to be lost. You're going to be drifting. I don't know if I gave you guys a good answer to the question, but that's how I basically will run my self-worth, right? By the 5 pillars. You got me? If it makes sense. But obviously, the first 2, the necessary is you making a decision to show up consistently, right? Second thing, the confidence is from those little small wins. Confident is just a byproduct of little wins. Confident, that's what confident is. That's why I say I'm one of the most confident men alive. Because every day I show up and I'm willing to fail forward. So you can't be a man or a woman or human that is willing to fail forward. How you doing, Vanessa?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Espiritualmente, spiritually, mentalmente, mentally, físicamente, physically, emocionalmente, emotionally, financieramente, financially. El que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. Una live to serve, nadie serve to live.
Anda rápida, Vanessa.
Yeah.
Fast. Wow. Right? Shit.
Positive, what?
Positive, productive,
intentional.
and intentional. See those 3 steps literally will recognize your self-worth. When you're a person that works positive, right? You're productive, right? Which you took action on whatever you had to do. You created a product or service. You're serving in the world, right?
Yeah.
And you're intentional with everything you're doing. You already know where you're heading.
Yeah, what I can say too about how he asked the question, when you recognize how you worth, it's like how value you bring to someone, like how people they value you. You know, I don't know if it's my saying what I can say, like, you know,
Keep elaborating.
you bring some knowledge or you bring like something to the table to someone and they value that, they're gonna see how you worth, like they're gonna see how qué tan valioso tú eres, en pocas palabras, like how you value.
Yeah, but understand that's true. You're 1,000,000,000% correct also. But also understand, people, the value that you bring people, some people, it doesn't matter how much value you bring them. Some people just want to use people.
Oh yeah.
But it's okay for them to use us. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So when you give your value to others, it's okay if they don't recognize your worth. As long as you did it with good intention and you literally want to help them, uplift them, do never expect anything in return.
Yes, sure.
Make sense?
Yes, makes sense.
So let's talk about, Vanessa, about shifting from scarcity to abundance, right? Loving yourself eliminates scarcity thinking. Self-love fosters a mindset of abundance, helping you attract more, right? Self-love fosters a mindset of abundance. How does self-love help you shift from scarcity to abundance? The minute you started loving yourself, because when I met you, Vanessa is not the Vanessa that you guys see right now. Straight up, Vanessa, straight up, you didn't know about self-love, how you know now. Self-care, you didn't know about self-love, and self-care, how you know now. Facts or no?
Yes.
You see, this is where people's issue with me. They never want to admit the truth.
No, but I just used
Vanessa,
you to see.
when I first met you, you used to look like a train ran up through you.
Why?
You were sleepy. You didn't. First of all, self-love starts with your sleeping. She used to go to the gym. Hair was not done.
Because
do you use a shower?
I just have.
Do you shower? Straight up. Did you shower to go to the gym? Tell the world.
No, I never shower.
Can you tell the world?
I never shower.
Can you tell the world?
I have my curly hair and I use my alborotado, like
okay, but can you tell the world? Do you use a shower?
No, I say no, and I take a shower. I go to the gym and I take
Some people do not take a shower to go to the gym early in the morning.
Yeah.
Right? That's nothing bad.
No, but
you could tell, because I was like, yo, do you shower? Like, yo, I'm that blunt. I don't care if you're a girl. I don't care if you're who the fuck you are. Like, I'm literally, once I build rapport with you, because self-love, self-care. Because you cannot be going to the gym all sleepy, early. Oh, just because it's early in the morning, tú no puedes andar con lagaña. How you call lagaña? The eyes, when a person just wakes up. Eye boogers, whatever. You hear me? Right?
Yeah.
Your self-love changed, Vanessa.
Oh,
straight up.
Thank you. You know.
You don't want to admit it, but it did change. You hear me? Because you were in scarcity, now you're in abundance. So abundance breeds gratitude. Gratitude for who you are and what you have creates a positive cycle. Why is gratitude a key component of attracting wealth? Because you were ungrateful before. Yes. Now you're a little bit more grateful. I'm serious. Like, hey guys, I can't sit here and be myself and lie to you guys, or lie how I feel about a brother or a sister. You get me? I don't want to call people, people will say, oh, well, you could have told her that. I'm private. I've been told her that in private. You get me?
Yeah.
We just want to bring awareness. Why this? Why that? Why everything, right?
Mhm.
This podcast starts with why, right? So everybody wants money, but why loving yourself makes you magnetic to money. When you love yourself, the money you attract it. But when you don't love yourself, you gotta what? Chase the money,
Chase the money.
right? The man or woman that works all day has no time to make money, right? The man or woman that works all day has also no time to personal develop, self-improve, right?
Yes,
Before
sir.
you didn't have that time to personal develop yourself,
No.
self-improve, right?
No.
So you didn't have that awareness. Now you're vibrating at a different level of awareness. Facts?
Yes, okay, the question where you asked me, I understand the part you say, Anna, before I'm not grateful, but sometimes, you have so many things in your life and you don't recognize you have so many things. But when you check and say, oh my God, I have so many things,
That's why you gotta count your blessings.
and now I recognize that thing, but I don't want to say I was ungrateful because I didn't have the awareness that part. Now I have, and I say thank you, God. I know you want to show me something, but before I
We did
didn't
an
know.
episode before. It was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Vanessa, me, Emily, and Jayandi. Well, I called them out, all of them, for being
Oh
ungrateful.
yeah,
I forgot what episode was it, but I literally called them out. And most people, you'd be surprised. Most people that do not attract money is because they don't have an attitude of gratitude. Most people are counting their problems, not their blessings. Most people are really not grateful. And as a matter of fact, there's always room for improvement. Like gratitude, believe it or not, when you wake up and you just thank God for the air, thank God for the things that do not cost money, you're gonna notice that God is gonna bless you, the universe, infinite intelligence, with things that everything you want. I'm serious.
yes.
Something so simple, just a shift from what you don't have to a shift to being thankful for everything that you have, like the things that do not even cost money, right?
Yes, sure. What I understand too, Carlos, about self love, it also like when you know how self love work, you're gonna see how your mindset gonna change because you're gonna attract like more abundant thing, not like how you say, because you recognize how many things you have in your life and how many things you can embrace too, like God's give it to you. But sometimes when you like focus on the negative thing, it just oh my God, negative thing, it's like, yeah, you give me so many things, and I didn't be like aware. I have so many things. You give it to me, but it's like very good when you reflect yourself and say, "God, I love myself. I have so many people around me. They lift me, and they just wanted me the best for me. Why I be like complain? What I be to be like a negative thought in my life? It's so many things I want to be grateful right now. Before I know I was ungrateful, but it's because I didn't have the awareness to
Thank you
be
for
grateful.
admitting it, and thank you for bringing your point perspective to the world. What else can you tell the world? Any promoter, any episode that you done, Lucy Sombra or anything?
Um, oh, alright. What is I been? Oh my
So
God, I
you could
forgot.
come unprepared.
No, because I remember I
When you
post
love
like
yourself, you're always prepared.
no,
If you stay
I
ready, you don't
post
gotta get ready.
yeah I
See, I
post
was born ready.
I post like the video like yesterday, and this is like not work for not sell your time for money, and this I post like yesterday, and I did with you. I hope guys you can see it's in Spanish. It's a lot of content. You can develop yourself. You can see how time is so valuable, and you can like value your time, but at the same time, you can see time is not money. The money you can buy time, but sometimes people they just don't want to reflect. They don't want to like to see how they can develop themselves. They can just go work 9 to 5. They just want to like money right away. But see, you reflect yourself and say, no, let me see how can I idea. Let me see some people they can help me and they have idea for me. Let me like to do something different. But sometimes people they don't want to reflect themselves. and this video, they can gonna help. It's like in Spanish. I want to say it again. And I hope they can help you.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Okay, thank you, Carla.
You can't expect others to value you if you don't value yourself. Once again, you can't expect others to value you if you don't value yourself. Manny, do you know that people, before I ask you how you're doing today, do you know people see you how you see yourself?
Of course.
Do you know that?
I know that now.
Oh, you see, you got my respect. You get me? You didn't know that? You just learned that now?
Continue.
But I have said that in our other episodes.
Yeah.
But how you doing today, brother Manny?
Fenomenalmente, excelentemente bien. Positivo y productivo y intencional.
Positive, productive, and intentional.
Espiritualmente, you gotta have that connection with God, especially if you want more blessings in your life. Mentalmente, educate yourself. Knowledge is power.
Principles.
Then we got físicamente, health is wealth. It's sad when to grow old and you still got titties in your body.
As a man.
We got emocionalmente, estamos en crecimiento. I leave my feelings with God, so God handles that. I don't even have feelings.
The truth sets you free.
Correct.
EQ over IQ.
Of course. We got financieramente, financially. El que no vive para servir, el que no vive para servir, no sirve para vivir. He who does not live to serve does not deserve to live.
Thank you, Manny. Abundance flows where gratitude grows. Abundance flows where gratitude grows. So let's talk about taking better financial actions, right? Self-love leads to better decisions. When you value yourself, you're more likely to make smart financial choices, right?
Yeah.
You've been valuing yourself. So you're every day gaining my respect more and more. You get me? My question to you is, why does loving yourself lead to smarter financial decisions?
I mean, when you love yourself, you're gonna have more awareness just of overall. You're gonna have more awareness of your money. You're gonna have acknowledge of how much money you got and how much money you want. So then you're gonna do the right adjustments to get what you want in life. You're gonna do financial decisions correctly.
See, Manny shifted his mindset, pretty much shifting his mindset from an employee mindset to an investor business mindset, right?
Correct.
Right? Manny, now you have your Consistency 360.
Yeah.
You got your podcast.
Go check
That's
that
your
out.
marketing.
Go check that out, everybody. We got good leadership videos in there to self-develop yourself. And we got more coming.
We're going to do consistent cash flow.
Consistent cash flow.
That will, because Manny wants clarity on cash flow. Money coming in, money coming out. Cash flow is the blood of business, right? So my question to you, Manny, is once again, why does loving yourself lead to smarter financial decisions? Even though you gave the answer, right? I want to bring more clarity. Go.
When you love yourself, you're gonna have more financial clarity, and you're gonna make more better decisions just on investing, just on having a budget and sticking to it, and just investing it, and just overall knowing what you want and going after it.
My point that I want to bring across is, since he shifted from an employee mindset, right, to an investor business mindset, right? Let's go through the 4 levels of value creation so you can see your transition, right? In implementation, you saw the ad on Consistency 360, right?
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'll go to your house. I'll cut your hair here. Can you say the ad again?
I can't say exactly the same way, but it just goes like this. Hey, everybody, you want to cut? I'll go to your house. We figure it out. You know how we do it. Yeah, I'm a barber. I do things consistently, and we'll get it done. That's basically it.
So now you're gonna be able to look at that promo video ad, right?
Right.
Now your next promo video, you're gonna see the difference, right? So because you're leveling up in mindset, right? Remember, implementation is one thing. Now you're gonna be in unification, but you're also in communication, because right now you have what? Consistency 360.
Of course.
Right? But you also are an
Imagine-
investor
Imagination.
in imagination. But now, creating leaders that are supposed to be creating leaders, right? Can you tell the world the next project that you're doing?
We're gonna be renting exotic vehicles. Leaders exotics are gonna rent out their vehicles. So you can also have an exotic as well for a short period of time.
So now you're gonna be able to promote the exotic car company.
Leaders Exotics
All right.
LLC, correct? Go follow that, and stay tuned. We got a lot of content coming up, and whenever you need a ride, whenever you need an exotic to go show off for your girlfriend, go show off for prom or homecoming or a wedding, anything you need, we rent out exotics.
Why loving yourself makes you magnetic to money. Ever since Manny started loving himself, he's now being magnetic to more opportunities, right? Because now your self-love is going to be able to attract more what? More abundance, right?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Facts?
1,000%.
Eliminating fear-based decisions. Self-love replaces fear with confidence, enabling you to take bold, growth-focused action. How does self-love help eliminate fear in decision-making? Because now that your self-love is there, you're taking care of yourself more. You got me?
Well, your self-love is gonna when you self-love yourself, you're gonna have more confidence. You're gonna do things and they're gonna become more habits, more things that you've done already, and you're gonna build more confidence. And just staying on top of your purpose. Stay on top of your purpose is gonna have you reflect on why you gotta self-love yourself every day, and just is gonna give you more awareness of where you're at and where you're heading, what you wanna do.
Invest in yourself financially, emotionally, mentally. What are the two other pillars that we're missing?
We got emotionally,
I already told you that one.
we got spiritually,
Spiritually, what other one?
and then we got physically.
Yes. See? Thank you, Manny.
No problem.
Appreciate you. What else can you tell the world?
People, if you really want to self-love yourself, just find your purpose. Find your purpose. Go after it. Like if there's no tomorrow, just forget about all the distractions. Just remember every day your purpose. Write it down on the wall every day.
What is your purpose? Tell the world how you found your purpose. That was good that you brought that up.
Well, my purpose overall is just to impact people and to change lives. It's like I personally don't want my friends or the people around me to get chased I don't want the people around me to get distracted by their enemies. I don't want them to be drifting. I don't want them to have their mind somewhere else when they got to be focused on their purpose and what they're here for and what they want to do, and how are they going to impact other people. Because it's not if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. So make sure you're leveraging other people around you, and you got the right people around you first.
Thank you, Manny. Appreciate you.
1,000%.
See, Manny, you guys are going to notice that Manny's transformation every day, he's getting 1% better. My brother Gio, excelentemente bien, fantásticamente, fenomenalmente bien.
Learning English with you guys. Thank you.
Not with us. You're learning English with everybody. Because you're
Everybody.
supposed to be practicing the English with everybody.
Every day.
Every day, right?
Yes.
Getting 1% better.
Yes. ¿Cómo dice consistent? Sorry, I cannot say the word in English.
What's the word?
Consistente.
Consistente.
Sí.
Consistent.
Consistency.
Consistency.
Yes.
That's Manny. Consistency 360.
Ah, yes. That's the word.
Building authentic relationships. That's the topic that we're going to touch, Gio. So you see, today we're talking about why loving yourself makes you more magnetic to money. Meaning you're able to attract more and more abundance, more money overall, but not just money. You're able to attract better relationships.
Yes.
You're better attract everything, more quality, right?
Yes.
When you love yourself,
Yeah.
right? And people, they how I see the world, right? Most people, they're underestimate that everything starts with the love with yourself. They say,
Yes, yes.
no, like, you know, they don't love themselves. So they project that energy.
If you want me, you have to you want me like that, something like that. Right?
They say
But there's an excuse to don't change. Don't change.
that's a good point he brought across. So pretty much you're saying that there's people that say, because I've heard people say that.
Yeah.
Oh, if you want me, you accept me how I am.
Yeah.
What you mean I'm gonna accept you how you are? That's a low vibration. You got me? It's either you raise your standards to my standards,
Yeah.
or you're gonna be left behind. Because I stay away from still people, still complaining, still in the same spot, still not loving themselves, still this, still that, right or wrong.
Right.
So this is where building authentic relationships, right? So first of all, how you doing with the 5 pillars? You already know the 5 pillars, right?
Yeah, bro. It's mentalmente,
Spiritually, always that connection with God, Gio.
spiritually, mentalmente, físicamente, emocionalmente, and financieramente. Financially.
And they make sense, right, Gio, or no?
They all connected. But like you say, first God. First God.
So
Yes.
when you basically, Gio, talk to people, imagine when you go and greet a person, a brother or sister, and you ask them, hey, how you doing? And they be like, oh, I'm okay.
They don't even say, I'm okay.
Because you're about energy. You're just like me, right?
Yes.
Can you build an authentic relationship with them?
No.
Because
Not really. I can.
I move everything with energy. If I ask a brother or sister how you doing, they'll give me that negative vibration. You got me. I run.
That means everything. Like if you don't have self awareness, that's how you say in English.
Self awareness.
That means that you don't even know how you look yourself, and everybody's looking at you. I mean, and when I love everybody because I'm a person, I know that, and I meditate alone, and okay. Now everybody can see me because I have self awareness that's respect. What I mean, like if you give me the best energy, I have to do the same thing to you because that's respect for me, but that's respect for you. I cannot give you low vibration if you are a person that always vibrating high. You're giving me your energy, so I have to respect that.
That's why we got to stay away from shitty people.
Yes,
Shitty people, they bring your energy down.
that's true.
Notice that video I sent you guys from the School of Hard Knocks. That billionaire said the rule number 1, you got to like literally get away from shitty people because misery loves company. Think about it.
They take the worst from you, like you say before, like you have to be around people that take the best of you, not the worst.
Not the worst.
Not the worst.
And let me play that video before we start in the talk about the segment. Avoid weak people at all cost.
We're gonna have to delete this video, but it's the truth. Weak, negative, and over emotional people are a disaster waiting to happen, and they will wreck your life. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't care for someone. That doesn't mean that if your friend or family member is going through something that you shouldn't look out for them. But when it comes to who you spend the bulk of your time with, whether it's your friendship, whether it's people that's in your close proximity, or it's people you're trying to be successful with, choose wisely. Negative, over emotional, and weak people are infectious, and they bleed that hesitancy and that weakness into every single person that is around them. If you surround yourself with the opposite, aka winners, people who are resilient, people who are tough and push past adversity, it will also bleed into you as well. And if you are one of these people, it's time to toughen up. You have to become more resilient. You have to push past adversity, and you have to build yourself up into the person capable of handling problems and succeed.
See, attracting like-minded people. Self-love attracts positive, growth-oriented individuals. See, for example, I play basketball, Gio, right? Building authentic relationships, right?
Yes.
Basketball is a sport that it attracts the street. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the hood type of people, right? And there you could see, I could smell the winners, the losers. There's people that they know how to, they have the talent, but they have a loser mentality. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Things.
Do I look like the type of guy that I'll quit on a game?
The first time I'm going to talk about the first time I saw you because I didn't even know you, right? You look high vibrating person. You know, I don't see myself looking a man But when I look at men, it's because the energy is super high, and that's what I see. That's what I saw on you the first time I saw you. Definitely.
And I see the same thing with you. You get me? I see that if you develop yourself overall, you're gonna also be able to gravitate and attract also. But everything starts with the self-love, self-care,
Yes.
right? But a lot of people don't understand that the self-love is just not working on your physical,
That's true.
right? Working out to the body. I mean,
That's one, right? Yeah.
reading, working out is to the body. Reading is to the mind.
True.
I don't know if that makes sense,
That's
right?
when somebody eat, right? You eat the body is food, but the mind is knowledge. Or
So,
something like
so this is why I tell people we gotta read, we gotta write, we gotta obviously journal. You know, we gotta think on paper, whatever you want to
Yes.
call it. You got me? Most people, it's easier for them to go buy food, right, to eat,
Yeah.
than to buy a book.
That's true.
We gotta like now make it a habit. That same way we buy food, we also buy a book a day.
But with
Like-
passion, right?
Huh?
With passion, compassion.
Yeah.
Compassion, like everybody they wanna eat and they go like McDonald's or something like they don't even care
Meaning
about
with
what
purpose,
buying.
with purpose,
Oh, okay.
intentional,
Okay,
right?
perfect.
Yeah,
Yes.
like, and that's the same thing for reading.
Yeah.
Because there's people that they read nonfiction books, they read books, you know, di que manga, menge, you know, shout out to the Emilys of the world, right? Manga, menge, I don't know what the heck is that, right? But attracting like-minded people, meaning you're gonna attract, believe it or not, what you deserve or who you are,
That's true.
right? Or what you want to basically become, if it makes sense. So my question to you is, why do relationships improve when you love yourself?
That is, I love the question because I make it for myself before. Like before, I used to talk to people and I dream big, but I was thinking small. So the first of all, I started talking to them about dreams, about goals, about where you are and where you want to go and what you want to become. And they all they do is they get mad, they don't like you anymore, and they go like, we don't like you anymore. Because the only thing they do is talk shit about other people, something that
Gossip,
doesn't
low
make
vibration
purpose.
type of individuals. It's a good point that he's bringing across. The less people vibrate, people at the bottom, they're normally gossiping, talking, you know, nonsense, this, that. They're
Haters.
vibrating low.
Yeah, haters. The only two, they don't want to do nothing, but they hate everybody. So I understand that self-respect is to change the people because you are not vibrating the same of them. So now I bring the example of you because that you are the only man I know that they like to share the abundance mindset abundance because now people like they don't like to share nothing. So when I started talking to you, my mind changed another level.
You know what's this thing? A lot of people that want to see you do good, but not better than them. I'm different. I want to be in rooms where people are better than me all my life. Because the way I look at life is that iron sharpens iron. So if I swim with sharks, sharks are gonna make me bigger. If I fly with eagles, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
How I perceive the world, you got me? Most people, they feel intimidated when they're around people that are better.
That's true.
Not me. I feel inspired.
Yeah.
I feel motivated.
I want to be the
Like I want to be in every room. It could be sports, anything. I want to be like, I don't want to be the best.
and that's self-respect, right? When you know like somebody has what you want, the attitude, charisma, influence, the well they think, they talk, they move, they dress. I want to be with that guy, you know.
But you see, one thing also, I always say I don't want to be the best because I want to keep myself some room to keep improving.
Yes.
If it makes sense, I need some type of inspiration, motivation, which I inspire and motivate myself. But we also got to use other people because if X person was able to, for example, I'm 5'8", right? If you're
5'6".
5'6",
Yeah.
right? So imagine there's guys 5'4" dunking, shorter than you.
Yeah.
Dunking, like dunking the ball in basketball.
Okay.
Shorter, they inspire me.
Nice.
You get me?
Yeah.
But there's guys 6'4" that can dunk. You don't get it? There's guys taller.
They're slow.
They cannot dunk.
Yeah.
So the guy that is 5'4", he's a high achiever. right? The guy that is 6'4", bro, you're supposed to be, you're supposed to be slamming him. You got me?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Makes sense.
So, relationship that adds value. Loving yourself ensures you only allow valuable relationships into your life. So, the more you love yourself, the more you only allow people that love themselves as well
That's true.
around.
Because they talk about something that you care. If they are talking something that is not purpose, you don't
Something
even
that you
care.
value.
I prefer to be alone and working on myself until I find somebody that I can follow.
That's
you know?
true. That you
I
could
love-
align values.
I love to be alone. For me, to be alone is necessary. I need to be alone because
That's how you know thyself. Get to
Yes.
know yourself.
so when I say okay, when it is like I can be wasting my time right now, but I know I prefer to be here because I'm listening to you, I'm learning from you, and that's what I love. I love to hear. So that's a self-respect too.
My respect to you. So, how do the right people amplify your wealth building potential? How do having the right people amplify your wealth building potential?
It's like I said before, like now like you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom, and you understand where you are and when you wanna want more. You understand that finding people that we are aligned the same energy, we can work together because it's not like you are talking together and like fighting each other. We are making unit, so that make you stronger.
Why loving yourself makes you magnetic to money? See, you love yourself. Money, you're going to attract it on
Yes.
another level. But I'm going to tell you something to you and to the world, to you. I want to see you take more action.
I do it every day. You don't see it, but trust me. I
Nah,
do.
but for example,
but you're talking another level. You're talking
another level, like
Yes.
moving more with a sense of urgency.
Yes.
Like I've noticed, I'm not calling you out, you got me, but I've noticed most people they don't move with a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
So when a person like myself calls them out, hey, we gotta move faster. Notice how I say we.
Yeah.
You got me? Because the way I look at it, if I help a brother or sister, maximize their potential,
That's true.
right? Business only gonna grow how you grow.
Yeah.
Right? So my goal is to help people transition from that employee mindset to the investor
That's true.
business mindset. Right? Once again, from the employee mindset
business
to the
mindset.
investor
Investor. Yeah.
business mindset. If it makes sense.
Yes.
Right? But everything starts with a decision.
That's true.
You can make the decision to get a coach, mentor, to develop your character, to get cash flow, right? To get credit, get collateral. But that's not everything. That's not everything. I'm serious.
Yeah.
You got me?
Yeah.
You're gonna know when you're transforming your life when you say, "Hey, enough is enough. I'm gonna stop doing this in order to get this."
That's true.
Meaning, be all in. Make sense or no?
Yeah,
Like for
all in.
example, anything I want in my life, I'm all in. Like I just go head to toe, 100%, 1,000,000,000%,
Yeah.
1,000,000,000,000%. ¿Me entiendo o no?
Yeah, that's true. No, but I say, ¿cómo se dice? Soy un hombre con pasión. I do everything with passion. I do what I love. Every being here talking is my passion. Is what I do outside is my passion. Everything I always moving with purpose. It's I know I understand that you're talking about where you are here and right here.
Nah,
So
but
I'm moving,
it's all perspective.
I'm moving. No,
It-
no,
but-
it's a reality. Now I had to work. I'm working. I had to pay my bills. Because I'm working, but you are another level.
But do you know things like future truth?
Yeah.
You know that you could basically put yourself in a position where if you throw yourself in the ocean with sharks, you'll end up learning how to swim faster. You get me? Becoming a shark
And
faster
that's what I'm
than throwing
doing.
yourself with the fishes.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing right here.
Yes.
Learning from church because I can be sleeping or I can
Doing
be
something else.
Doing something else. But I prefer to be here. We are church.
Thank
We're
you.
ego. So yeah.
So what else can you tell the world why loving yourself makes you magnetic to money, or any episode that we done to anything you want to tell the world?
You can have all the problems in the world if you want. If you put the problem behind you, now you have space to look the opportunities like me. You know, I never put my problems in front of me, or they move my energy. They don't move my energy. My mind move my energy. So my problems are behind me, and I can now I have space to see all the opportunities.
That's why the energy you project determines the relationships you attract.
Yes.
The energy you project, meaning the energy you give out, determines the relationship you attract. So if you give high vibration, high energy, you're gonna attract high vibration, high energy.
And that's self-respect.
That's self-love,
That
self-respect.
you attract what you are, not what you want.
That's
I mean, you can attract what you want, but you have to become first what you want to attract. So that's what I do all my days in my mind. Like I never talk about problems with anybody, because first they don't even care, and that's perfect. In talking problems is bringing to the table bad energy. So I never like to bring bad energy to anybody, because I don't bring it to me. So if somebody comes to me and bring problems, I don't want to hear, because we don't have space to talk about solutions.
That's true. See, the problems I want the world to bring to me, straight up, because we do want to basically find problems. Like in my case, I do want to find problems, but it's because I have the solutions to those problems.
Yes,
I don't know if that makes sense.
that's true.
So unless a brother or a sister tells me their problem, but I thank God that God also gave me the ability to be able to spot out people, spot out their problems.
Because we are talking about finding a solution in each problem. I was talking about the problems, like everything, not like only complaining.
Oh.
Not to solve it, but only to complain. That's what I like about you. Like you always looking for
Solutions. Moving forward, moving the needle forward.
Yes, I mean, if you talk about problems, okay, now how we can solve it. That's what I like about you, and I'm learning that from you too. So yes.
Thank you,
That's the
Gio.
only thing we can say about problems that
Today's
make you
episode
stronger.
on El Camino del Guerrero, what do you want to do?
I always I would love to talk about the same thing, but in Spanish. Why energy is everything.
Why
That-
energy is everything?
Yes, I like.
¿Por qué la energía es todo?
Sí, I feel that in my inner voice. So,
See, Gio, that's what I like. All right, that's gonna be at the end of this episode. Thank you, Gio.
thank you, bro.
One thing I love about Gio, believe it or not, you see, everybody has different gifts. Gio, in his podcast, he moves by his inner voice, his inner self, his instinct, his gut feeling. Have you noticed that Gio is the only one that doesn't prepare? And he literally, he looks like he literally has like he memorized it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And he flows better than all of us. He's a natural speaker, communicator.
That's true.
Imagine the more he gets 1% better, because I got to keep getting better myself. I want to be able to see these videos a year from now and be like, wow, how much did I improve? Like, why would I was talking about that? You got me? Like, I want to be that type of person. Like, if you're not literally seeing yourself a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and just reflecting in the future and saying, wow, how big did I get? Like, most people that they're afraid to get out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
You got me?
Yeah.
If I look back on time, I've been elevating. I've been growing. How you doing, Emily?
Excelentemente bien. Spiritually, espiritualmente. Mentally, mentalmente. Physically, físicamente. Emotionally, emocionalmente. Y financially, financieramente. Porque que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. Because he who doesn't live to serve does not serve living.
Why loving yourself makes you magnetic to money. What can you say about that? What can you say about anything you heard today with this episode before we wrap it up with the last segment on energy and financial attraction?
What I can say is that money is a reflection of your energy body, like you always said. So according how you feel, that's the way you're going to attract.
Keep elaborating. Say anything you have in mind.
Okay. So if you are feeling down or you are not happy with the results you are getting, you will still keep getting the same things because you are not making anything to change it. So you need to remove yourself for that zone and start projecting yourself in a more higher level that you can attract better and love you better.
So let's talk about the energy of self-love, right?
Okay.
Positive energy from self-love attracts similar energy, including wealth. Once again, positive energy from self-love attracts similar energy, including wealth. You understand every time I say, hey, Emily, self-love, self-care is like literally a priority. From 1 to 10, what will you rate your self-love, self-care? Straight up.
Myself, love myself.
Be straight up, like honest with yourself and with the world. Because I want you to see this video. You got me a year from now, 5 years from now, and be like, wow, look at me. You got me?
I still working on it, but I still live in the negative side because I know that I can get better.
From 1 to 10, what number will you give it?
I still in the negative.
1 to 10.
Okay, 1.
1 to 10.
You said
Straight up.
1.
So you give it a 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so why do you give it a 1?
Because I know that I can still get better.
So if you, what are you doing to make that better?
What am I doing to get that better?
This is a hard conversation for most people. But if you fix that, self-love, self-care, I'll promise you. Once again, today's episode, why loving yourself makes you magnetic, not just to money, it makes you magnetic to anything you want. Like the world's your oyster. See, straight up, the world's my oyster. Like I have the world right here, thanks to God. You know why? It started with self-love.
So for me, I still need like taking that time for self-love. I haven't like taken the time to.
What is your excuse? In life, you either got reasons, excuses, or you got
I
results.
say that I haven't taken the time to do it.
You haven't made it a priority.
Yeah,
Why not?
because I still have other things to do.
What, like what? Straight up, because this is a student teacher dynamic right now, conversation that we're here touching base. But why loving yourself makes you magnetic to money, to wealth. We could say why loving yourself makes you magnetic to wealth. Why loving yourself makes you magnetic to better relationships. Why loving yourself makes you magnetic to, abundance. Why loving yourself makes you magnetic to everything. Loving yourself, self-love, self-care is the foundation to everything.
Okay. Let's see if why I cannot do it. Because I wake up at 6, I get ready to go to the gym, and then I need to wait for my mom to get home. And at 8, I get to the gym. At 8:50, I need to leave the gym. And then I get at home at 9:10. And then I need to get ready to leave again the house until I get back there after we finish recording.
But what do you do with your time? You got to prioritize your self-love, self-care.
I know I need to make that. I need to make it a priority.
Huh?
I need to make
You're
it a
going to feel
priority.
better. You're going to look better. From 1 to 10, what will you rate yourself
I say 1.
when it comes to how you look?
I'm still saying the same number.
You don't think you're beautiful?
I think I'm beautiful, but I know that I can get better.
From 1 to 10, how beautiful do you think you are?
Right now, 1.
You see that you don't love yourself. You give yourself a 1, you got to be thankful, grateful.
I'm grateful for the number.
Yeah, but you think God, if you ask God, the creator, that he created you, God, or you tell God, hey, God, I gave myself a 1, do you think God is going to be happy with you? Because God gave you more blessings than a lot of people. Straight up. He treated you a little different. Huh? Why is it that people that are naturally beautiful, they don't take care of their beauty? And people that are naturally ugly, they take care of their beauty. Yo, life is perfect. The life is perfect, yo.
Thank you.
Huh? Or maybe I'm talking too much, but the law of attraction in action. Loving yourself aligns you with opportunities that resonate with your confidence. What daily practices can help you project abundance and positivity?
But daily habits. Where I can
No,
say
what daily practices can help you project abundance and positivity?
practices, habits. I create the habits of always thinking in positive way. Every time a negative thought or my mind was empty, I always shifted to a positive thinking of always saying thank you, or even thinking in a positive way.
What you love about yourself, the universe multiplies. What you love about yourself, the universe multiplies. So if you give yourself a 1,
Mm.
you think the universe happy with you? Huh?
The universe is going to give
For
me
example, I
abundance.
say I'm one of the most confident men alive.
Mhm.
And guess what the universe does?
What?
Multiplies it.
Okay.
Think about it. And everything else I say, okay, because it's true. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Mhm.
And guess what the universe does with me? It multiplies everything I basically say and live. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So self-love builds self-worth. That's deep, Emily. Self-love builds self-worth. Shifts your mindset, improves your decisions, and aligns you with abundance. Loving yourself is the foundational to creating the life and wealth you desire. Yo, this is deep. Whoever says this is not deep, I'll cry right now. Once again, self-love builds self-worth. Self-love, self-worth. Now I understand why I've never let a man or a woman tell me what I'm worth. I love myself too much to go to a 9 to 5, to have a brother or sister tell me I'm gonna pay you X much per hour. The fuck I look like? Sorry, but not sorry. I'm a curse. Like, yo, I'm not worth $15, $30 an hour. What's minimum wage? Yo, it's crazy. New Jersey right now is bringing the minimum wage up. Just to put it in perspective, they're bringing it up like 36 cents per hour. When I did the math, look, basic math, 36.36 cents, right? Times 8 hours. You're making $2.88 extra a day. Yo, that's embarrassing. Now you got to do 30% out of that because taxes, Uncle Sam. So your stay is 86 cents, right? Just in taxes. So $2.88 minus 86 cents, you're left with $2.02. So now $2.02, right? 202, you multiply it times 5 days, you're making $10 more per week. 40 hours. If you work 40 hours times 4, that means you're making $40 more per month. A lot of people are gonna be like, yo, they're raising the minimum wage 36 cents. That's at least enough to pay the phone bill. You see, eso conformista. You're in a comfort zone. You're in a fear zone too, because you're afraid to quit your fucking 9 to 5, to quit your job, your job, right? Because I don't care what anybody tells me how passionate, how loving, how intentional you are with your job. If your job is not paying you what you're worth, it's because you still don't know your self-love. You still don't love yourself. So what my message that I want to bring to the world with today's episode is to have awareness of self-love, because self-love builds self-worth. The more you love yourself, the more you're worth. Most people, they're going to tell you, Emily, or Gio, Vanessa, Jandis, and rest of the team, everybody, you're worth this much. But guess what? Take it as a disrespect. Because your worth is untapped, it's unlimited, infinite. When you tap into infinite intelligence, infinite abundance kicks in. Don't say I can't afford something. Never let a brother or sister tell you you can't afford something. If a man or a woman tells you cannot buy that, they're projecting their own limitations into you. Do not listen to them. Listen to that inner voice. Because if that inner voice is God and told you could buy it, I'd rather you go broke buying that and learning a lesson from it and using that lesson as a fuel, that pain as a fuel to keep elevating, to keep uplifting yourself, right? It's okay. Go to the mall and go to the most expensive store and literally go try out the most expensive outfits. Go to the dealer and go test drive the most expensive cars. I'll promise you that you're not going to settle for less. Go to the most expensive neighborhood and check out how they're living. Why settle when we could have everything? God made the world in abundance. With all that said, I challenge all you listeners to reflect on one area where you can practice more self-love and identify how it can positively impact your finances and overall your life and overall. I challenge you to reflect on self-love, self-care. So every time I say get your shit together, self-love, self-care, happiness, inner peace, independence, time management, and reverse engineer. Why reverse engineer? Because the secret's in your calendar. Block that time for that self-love. Block that time for that self-care. You want to be happy yourself, not with a significant other. If you're not happy yourself, you cannot make a significant other happy. Independent. You want to be independent. That way you could be with the man you want, not the man you need. I want my daughters to be with the men they want, not the men they need. The relationship chemistry is also better. As a man, I feel better if a woman doesn't need me. Because I know she's with me because the man I became. Who am I as a man? Not because of what I could provide. So that providing, or I want to provide for my family, that's some low vibrational type of male behavior. A real man, straight up, I'm calling out all the men out there. You don't want to be the provider. No. You want to be uplifting the woman so you both could also bring so much value to the world because each of you guys became so valuable. I don't know if that makes sense. Right?
Makes sense.
Why would I want to have a woman and I'm here the provider and she's here because stay-home mom? I'm here limiting her from her potential. I want that woman to maximize her potential. I want her to fly. I don't want her to be a chicken. Oh, I got a good wife. She stays at home. That's low vibrational. Woman, do not let the males do that shit to you. My daughters, I would not let them a male do that shit to them. Become your best version. And keep raising your standards because the world's changing by the second. There's always the next level of your next version. Do not settle. Do not settle for fucking average. Do not settle for less. Demand the best. If you want a Lamborghini Urus, okay, if that's the latest body now, 4 more years, a new body gonna come out. Don't even wait for fucking 4 years. Change that fucking Urus to a newer Urus in a year, 2 years from now. Oh, but Carlos, keep changing it. Never settle. With all that said, today's episode, unsubscribe because we're too valuable to tell you to subscribe. Why loving yourself makes you magnetic, not just to money, but to everything. Everything starts with self-love. My message, our message, is basically to love yourself, and I'll promise you, the more you love yourself, the more others will love you. And because you're not going to accept less. Why would I accept for less? That's why now I understand, now that I'm reflecting also on this episode, why people fucking love me infinite. Because I don't accept average. Not even from my daughters. Because I'm not going to chase my daughters either. It's either they meet me at my standards or simple. I do it how I did it. Okay. My first baby mother didn't want to let me see my daughter. No problem. Si tú no me quieres la otra. Anthony Santos. Hey Siri, play Anthony Santos. Si tú no me quieres. Not Raúl, pero hay una canción de Anthony Santos, bachatero, que anytime a man has a woman and the woman, doesn't love you, just play that song. Si tú no me quieres la otra. Si tú no me amas la otra. You know what song is that?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
That's one of my favorite songs. I'll literally play that song. I want a woman in my life that tells me I don't want you. Like, bitch, you don't need to want me. I want me. Confidence is you love yourself. And it sounds messed up when people speak like this, you, world, Emily. But if you love yourself, who will?
Yeah.
You set the standard how you want others to love you. Love yourself, and guess what?
What?
Other people are going to love you at that level. Nothing less. Thank you. Thank you, Emily.
you.
Thank you, world. Thank you, team. Thank you. Now I'm going to do the episode with Gio, so tune in. El Camino del Guerrero. El Camino del Guerrero. Look in the bio, the description here on YouTube. Look at all the other podcasters there. Checking. We're creating content, uplifting people, inspiring people, bringing awareness, bringing knowledge, experience, stories. Es mentira. Thank you.